Can AI actually produce art, or is it simply replicating us? Imagine this. You open your laptop, type a few words, a glowing city floating above the ocean under a neon sky, and your screen fills up in seconds with breathtaking artwork. No sketches, no brushes, and no restless nights. Simply instant magic. That is the reality we now live in. A world in which machines create rather than simply calculate. They paint, create, write poetry, and even tell jokes, which are sometimes quite humorous. It's a bizarre new period in which computers have entered the creative studio not as tools, but as collaborators and sometimes competitors. But this begs the question, can a machine really be creative? Can it dream, imagine, or experience the spark of creativity in the same way that humans do? Or is it simply imitating what it has learned from us? A sophisticated imitation disguised as originality? It's a fascinating tug of war between artificial and human intellect, with the potential to redefine what we understand by creativity itself. Before we can judge who wins, we need to answer a simple question. What exactly is creativity? Human creativity has always encompassed more than just talent or technique. It combines emotion, experience, and imagination to create something significant. When a painter picks up a brush, they are not simply applying color. They are expressing sadness, nostalgia, or defiance. A musician does more than just play notes. They capture a mood, a tale, and a bit of their soul. Creativity is fundamentally human because it is anchored in life in laughter, sadness, and the messy act of living. Now, when AI creates, it accomplishes something quite different. It does not feel or remember. It is unaffected by happiness or sadness. What it does know is patterns, endless patterns. It examines millions of photos, melodies, and words and uses that information to create new combinations that appear in sound or read like art. Tools such as Dolly, Midjourney, and ChatGPT can quickly create stunning art or poetry. But let's be honest, artificial intelligence doesn't come up with ideas out of thin air. It's remixing us, learning from what humans have done before, and creating new variants. So the important question is that creative? Is simply remix culture in turbo mode? Here's the thing. AI has gotten really effective at appearing to be creative. It can design logos faster than any design team, produce hauntingly beautiful piano melodies, and write short films reminiscent of Quentin Tarantino and Stanley Kubrick. Some of its products are so impressive that even professionals struggle to distinguish between human and machine-made art. AI-generated tunes top music charts, AI-written books make bestseller lists, and AI-created artworks win art contests. The most interesting aspect of AI is not what it can do, but how humans use it. Many artists consider artificial intelligence as a companion rather than a threat. Consider a painter utilizing AI to create bizarre landscapes, or a writer using it to generate dialogue or story ideas. AI becomes a relentless assistant, never sleeping, complaining, or running out of ideas. It's like having a creative genie who is always willing to help. This fundamentally alters the landscape for creators. It is not about replacing the artist, but about expanding their imagination. Instead of looking at a blank canvas for hours, artists can begin with dozens of AI-generated options and shape them into something unique. In this way, artificial intelligence enables creativity. It does not replace inspiration. Rather, it accelerates it. But, despite its brilliance, AI cannot replicate the human spirit. This is where the line becomes evident. AI can create art that looks lovely, but can it produce art that means something? When Vincent van Gogh painted Starry Night, he was not merely making a nice picture. He was conveying the loneliness and confusion in his mind, the tempest within him. That is why the painting resonates not only because of its appearance, but also because of how it feels. AI does not feel. It is not aware of longing, sadness, or delight. It does not sense wonder or sadness as it looks up at the night sky. It simply sees data. Even when AI art moves us, it is not the machine that does it. It is us projecting our emotions onto it. We discover significance in things, such as faces in clouds, since that is what humans do. AI mimics style, but it cannot comprehend purpose. It can interpret emotion but cannot experience it. It can write a love poetry, but it doesn't understand what it means to be in love. Another challenging question is how AI learns. It has been trained on vast data sets, many of which contain the works of genuine human artists, frequently without their permission. So, when an AI creates a painting in the manner of a great illustrator, is it original or stolen? Artists all across the world are debating this. Some feel robbed because their life's labor was utilized to train a machine that now competes with them. Others perceive it as evolution. After all, human artists have always borrowed ideas, expanded on others' work, and been inspired by what has come before. But there's a difference. Humans borrow to learn and grow. Artificial intelligence borrows to forecast. There is no inquiry or intent-only calculation. So, can AI genuinely create something new? Or will it always remain a compilation of all that has come before? That is the million-dollar question. However, the discussion does not have to be framed as humans versus machines. What if invention is a collaborative effort rather than a conflict? Consider AI to be a new type of instrument that requires human interaction to function well. A guitar does not play itself. It requires emotion and desire. Similarly, while AI may serve as a tool, people will continue to share their stories. This partnership is already occurring everywhere. Musicians employ artificial intelligence to experiment with new sounds. Filmmakers utilize it to create futuristic environments. Writers utilize it to overcome creative barriers and experiment with alternate endings. When humans and AI collaborate, something wonderful happens, like a jazz duet of logic and emotion. The AI adds speed and diversity, whereas humans add soul and significance. Perhaps AI will accomplish the same thing, redefine creativity rather than eliminate it. It may even encourage humans to be more creative, producing art that is raw, emotional, and deeply personal, the kind that no algorithm can ever replicate. So, who wins the brush versus bite battle? If winning means speed, precision, or sheer output, AI is the clear winner. It can generate faster, on a greater scale, and occasionally with higher technical quality. But if winning means depth, emotion, and purpose, humans remain the champions. Creativity is more than simply the end result. It's about the process, the battle, and the story behind it. A machine can produce a beautiful melody, but it will never comprehend pain like a human songwriter does at 3 a.m., strumming through tears. That's why this may not be a competition at all. Perhaps it is a partnership. The future of creation could be hybrid, with humans giving emotion and context, and AI offering speed and accuracy. They could collaborate to produce hitherto unimaginable kinds of art. Imagine a filmmaker that uses artificial intelligence to create extraterrestrial planets while telling a human story about love and grief. A fashion designer who utilizes algorithms to create new fabrics based on her grandmother's sari. A gamer exploring settings created partly by code and partially by human imagination. That is the future we are going toward. Humans magnified rather than replaced. And the best part? Creativity will be more accessible than ever. A adolescent with a laptop can create amazing images. A songwriter without a band can create a full album. A novelist with writer's block can collaborate with an AI companion who never runs out of ideas. AI does not kill creativity, rather, it doubles it. At the end of the day, creativity is not a competition. It's a dialogue between past and future. Man and machine, logic and imagination. AI has simply introduced a new voice to the discourse. The true question isn't who wins, but what can we make together that neither of us could create alone? Art has always progressed with technology, from stone carvings to cameras, oil paint to Photoshop. Every new gadget has altered how we communicate, but never why. AI is merely the newest tool in the toolbox. The brush has changed, but the heart remains the same. So perhaps we are asking the incorrect question. It's not, can AI be creative? The debate, can humans stay creative when machines make creation so easy? That is our true challenge. Because when anyone can create beauty in seconds, true artists will still have something to say. And that is something no machine can reproduce, not yet, and perhaps never. Because as long as people dream, feel, and dare to imagine, we will always be creative. If questions like this make your brain buzz, subscribe, and let's keep exploring how far humans and machines can really go.